All life is precious. God tells us, taking one life without the law is like killing the whole of humanity, and saving one life is like saving the whole of humanity. That was the commandment of God Almighty to Banu Israel. But Israel keeps killing. Occupation, apartheid, daily raids, and periodical bombing continue to kill. This member of the European Parliament says that 150,000 Palestinians have been killed and injured by Israel since 2008. 33,000 of those were children.
Over 5 days earlier this month, Israel attacked and bombed Gaza 323 times. 10 civilians were killed, 1,100 people displaced. More than 150,000 Palestinian civilians have been killed or injured in Gaza and the West Bank since 2008. 33,000 of those were children.
However, some world leaders keep supporting Israel's war crimes. Here is President Joe Biden.
Well, the United States stands with the people of Israel in the face of these terrorist assaults. Israel has the right to defend itself and its people. Full stop. There's never justification for terrorist attacks. And my administration's support for Israel's security is rock solid and unwavering. Let me say this as clearly as I can. This is not a moment for any party hostile to Israel to exploit these attacks to seek advantage. The world is watching.
This is British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak.
The UK for a long time has been one of Israel's strongest allies in supporting its right to self-defense and indeed providing the kinds of equipment that Israel has used to defend itself from these appalling attacks over the past 36 hours. We will continue to do everything that we can to help. When I spoke to Prime Minister Netanyahu recently this afternoon, I assured him of that support and said that the UK stood ready to provide that support, whether that's diplomatic or security support, and he knows that we are here and ready to help.
This is Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau.
Canada unequivocally and in the strongest possible terms condemns these terrorist attacks perpetrated by Hamas. We stand with Israel and reaffirm our support for Israel's right to defend itself in accordance with international law.
Here is German Chancellor Olaf Scholz.
In diesen dunklen Stunden für den jüdischen Staat stehen Deutschland und Frankreich ganz fest an der Seite Israels. Dies habe ich Premier Netanyahu gestern persönlich versichert. Der Terror wird nicht gewinnen, der Hass wird nicht siegen. Die Gewalt wird nicht triumphieren. Israel wird sich und seine Bürgerinnen und Bürger verteidigen und schützen.
And there is always Donald Trump.
As President, I will once again stand strongly with the state of Israel, and we will cut off the money to the terrorists on day one. And reimpose the travel ban on terror-afflicted countries. I had a travel ban. You know, we think of it. I don't like talking about it, but now I can, because the time is up. I went 4 years without a problem. 4 years because I had a travel ban, and the Islamic terrorists weren't allowed. It was very tough for them. I had a very strong travel ban. We didn't have a problem in 4 years. People forget that. People forget what happened before I was there. We had a big, big problem. But the bloodshed and killing that we saw this week will never, ever be allowed to happen on American soil, except for the fact that we have now allowed tens of thousands of probable terrorists into our country. We have people coming, men, coming in from China by the thousands. Men, not women, men coming in by the thousands. We have men coming in from the Middle East by the thousands and thousands, and they let them come in, just come right in.
Now more weapons are landing in Israel. In the Muslim world, the response is mixed. Countries like Qatar, Iran, Algeria, Kuwait, and the Maldives have unequivocally condemned Israel's actions and called for an immediate end to the violence and occupation. Meanwhile, Saudi Arabia, Turkey, and Egypt have urged restraint and de-escalation. Citizens of these Muslim countries, however, have taken to the streets to express their solidarity with Palestine. Here's a protest rally in Bangladesh. Protests, rallies, solidarity, and condemnations. But what is the solution? Can Palestine ever get their freedom?